reaction, y'all.
Reaction comedy.
Comedy, reaction, comedy, reaction. What's up? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Reaction to Comedy. Now, this is going to be a little bit different because now I'm no longer living in Bahrain. I moved to Australia just over a month ago, and it took me that long to get everything set up. Right, I've got a secondary camera now working. Had to get this new table. Had to wait 3 weeks for my computer to ship from Bahrain to Australia. Yes, I've been back in my hometown now in Adelaide, Australia, for the last 38 days. And it's been new, man. It's been new. It's been a lot has changed. Geographically, the state still looks the same, but a lot has changed. I can tell you that. But I haven't changed. Reaction to Comedy is still going to be on, and so is Reminisce and React. Now, since I'm in Australia, there's going to be an Australian episode special. Now, growing up in Adelaide in the 80s and 90s, a particular TV show had been released in 89. This is a TV show that foreigners needed. By foreigners, I mean people from Greece, Italy, Lebanon, all the Mediterranean countries needed. Because and that show was called Acropolis Now. Now, before Acropolis Now, there were many other Australian sitcoms, and they were funny. We had Hey Dad, we had Kingswood Country, and oh god, I forget the rest. And these were all fun, and they were funny, and it was great to watch. But something about Acropolis Now, it really hit home, because it felt like it was a show, even though it was an Australian-made show. It felt like it catered to us and us alone. And it made us feel more than welcome in Australia. And it made us feel home outside of home. Now, it was a sitcom about a Greek cafe, which they called the Acropolis Now. And it was created by the following three people: Nick Giannopoulos, who plays Jim Stephanides in the show; George Kapiniadis, if I hope I said that right, who plays Mimo for short, or Agamemnon Hadjidimitropoulos; and finally Simon Palamores, who acts as Ricky Martinez in the show. These three created the show, and these three brought much, much, much joy into our lives. And I've selected a clip from one of my favorite episodes called Shakespeare at the Acropolis. And we're going to view a bit of that, and so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, this episode, like I said, is dedicated to an Australian sitcom, so all my Australian audience, if I have any, you'll be able to enjoy this and even reminisce with me had you seen Acropolis when it first came out. It only aired for a few years, between 89 to 92. But it definitely left a footprint on Australian television history. And Mary Costas, who plays Effie, she won a Logie for her performance in Acropolis Now. Now, for you outside of Australia who don't know what a Logie is equivalent to an Emmy. Let's just say that. That's basically true. So, and she was terrific in the show. I think everybody was terrific in the show. And I actually met George Kapiniadis not so long ago. And I asked him, would there ever be a reunion? Would you guys ever do a reunion? And sadly, no. I won't go into details why not, but sadly, no. Everybody just went their separate ways. Maybe there was an ego problem. Maybe one person thought he was bigger than the other. Whatever it was, it's just sad to hear that. But it doesn't mean that it's sad in general. Everybody moves on. They all go their separate ways. But it would have been great for the fans of the show just to see everybody together again, even for a short time. Anyway, with that said, let's just dive into this reaction, okay? Now, we're going to this is a few clips from my favorite episode of Acropolis Now, and they entitled it Shakespeare at the Acropolis.
Elizabeth, I don't like it. They make me feel naked.
Naked.
Mimo, there is nothing to be ashamed of. They actually look quite nice on you.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. I'm not going to wear them.
Look, Mimo, unfortunately, Jim has sunk a lot of the cafe's money into the show, and it's up to all of us to make sure it works.
Okay. Now, seeing you guys were such bad actors, I've decided to play Romeo myself, okay? And Ricky, where's Ricky? Hey, Ricky! This is fun. And Ricky, you'll be playing the part of Tibaldi. Tybalt. Oh, yeah, right, him, yeah. And Mima, you're Mercutio.
Yeah, I don't like that when he gets stabbed in the first half. Give me something more better.
Hey, I'm the director, mate, okay?
Okay.
Get out of here. And now for Juliet. Hey, Juliet, come out here, will ya? Your public's await you. Guess who, guys?
That's Mary, obviously.
Cut. Hey, I said be more natural with that speech.
What do you mean, be more natural? I was acting.
You know, ever since I gave you this part, you've just got stupider and stupider.
Well, you're the expert on stupid.
Exactly. Now, look, go back to makeups and don't come out here until you look decent, all right? And make sure you're much more natural. Get out of here. Hey! Now, Mima.
Jimaco, it is important when I'm acting for you to call me by my stage name.
What stage name?
Charlton Heston.
Yeah, right. Now, Mimo, could...
Charlton.
I got to stop it for a second. Mimo is my favorite character. I mean, everybody did a fantastic job. I like when Jim has his fits, but there's something about George's portrayal of Mimo that just stood out more than the rest of the characters in the show. I think Mimo and Effie were the ones that stood out from the rest, you know, in terms of their contribution to the comedy. It was really, really amazing. But altogether, it just syncs so well.
Charlton, can you stand there?
Yeah?
Nothing. How many times like the thing, mate?
All right. But shaft, you know? What light beyond the window breaks wood?
Cut. What are you doing?
Shakespeare,
Who does that voice belong to?
the greatest actor in the world, Rocky.
Mima, this is how it should be done, all right? You looking?
The theft. Good night to young the window. Hey, cats. Who's that?
The Godfather, Marlon Brando.
Yeah, he's not a good actor, he's Italian.
What do you think Sylvester Stallone is?
He's
Greek.
Okay, now guys, the way I see it, we need to give this play a little bit of a more modern feel, okay? So today's audiences can understand it, especially my dumb cousins. So, as well as sword fighting, we will also do kickboxing. Now, Mimo. Charlton.
Yes?
Do you have any training in kickboxing?
No, but I've seen Rocky 600 times.
Hey, good, okay. Now, Ricky, this is what I want you to do, all right? It's just like on the show Kung Fu, man. Eh? When that baldy guy used to go, grasshopper, go roundhouse turn, duck, and kick. Okay?
I want to stop it again for a second. This was the 80s and early 90s. If you mimicked a ethnic person, like an Asian person or a Jamaican person, whatever, if you attributed their mannerisms All right, it wasn't racist. It was simply an impersonation. Today, if this was out, the white people will call out, this is offensive to Asians. They're not even Asian, but they'll be offended for Asians. All right, so just for my sake, my comedy side, my human side, I say fuck all you white cocksuckers and just enjoy the comedy. This was hilarious. When we saw this, we never thought that we were making fun of Asians. It was a great impersonation of a stereotypical Asian, and we laughed at that. We could tell the difference. We knew differences. You know what I mean? We never got offended. They'd make fun of Lebanese like us. We never got offended. In fact, we laughed and embraced it, and we were happy that we were even acknowledged to be made fun of. All right? So back then, there weren't pussy Nancy boys and girls like there is today. Continue on with the show.
Now, you stand there and block Ricky's kick.
Okay, Ricky. Right here, Mike. Give me your best shot. Come on, that's it. Don't fall back. I can take it. Okay, Mike.
Nima, you're right, mate.
Nima, you alright?
Keep to the point, it's always going to be funny.
Nima. But soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east. And Juliet is the sun. Oh, yeah. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. Shh. She speaks.
Romeo? Romeo? Has anybody seen my cousin Romeo? Is he here? Is he here? Did you see him? Liz.
Deny thy father and refuse thy name.
Who is the father and what is his name?
Or if thou wilt not,
If thou will not,
but be but small, my love.
be my
and I'll
small
no longer
love,
be a
and then I'll no longer be a capsicum.
Oh, come, dishonorable vile submission, the body you rat catcha, will you walk?
I am for you.
Come, sir.
I even felt that one.
He did it. I am hurt, you big cheetah. I played to both your houses, you shifty Spagnolo.
He's gonna kill me, mate.
Hey, give him a Mario Milano.
Yeah. He's really mad. I don't believe. Whoa!
Oh, Skippy.
No comment. Whoa! Oh, bro.
I would love to have shown more of that, but oh god, that brings back a lot of memories. Really, growing up here, fantastic stuff. You know, I mean, Nick, Simon, and George. You got to thank these guys. They really made living in Adelaide during the 80s and early 90s so acceptable for us. I mean, me and my cousins, we used to watch this. We used to record them on VHS, watch it every day. We used to not only just mimic the characters, we used to act out some of the scenes together when we were kids, because that's how much the show meant to us. That's how much we loved it. And we need more shows. And you know what? This I think Acropolis Now inspired others to make other WOG shows, like Fat Pizza that came out towards the late 90s. And now we've got Super WOG, And I'm sure there are others. I've been out of this country for 16 years, but I'm sure it inspired a whole generation to create these kinds of shows. Anyway, I've been your host, Majid and Dairy, aka Magic Leb. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Reaction to Comedy. You can always follow me on the following two Instagram pages, Fame Film Agency and, of course, Fame's Comedy Spot BH. So until next time, guys, please join me for another episode. Yeah. Reaction, y'all. Reaction comedy. Comedy. Reaction. Reaction. Comedy. Reaction. Reaction.
Yeah, I know you guys got my back. I'm more terrified of that white guy over there.